Welcome Dr. M.J. Collier to the show this morning, and the M.J. does not stand for mean joker. What's up, Dr. Collier?
Good morning, Rocky. It's so good to be here this morning. We want to try to dispel some of the myths in relationship to getting the coronavirus vaccine, because there's a lot of disinformation and misinformation on social media. It's amazing how much bad information is out there, and people are reading it like it's the gospel.
Now, hold on, Dr. Collier, but before you go into that, I got to let you know something, man. You've been explaining this week after week that the vaccines are highly effective and the chances of getting COVID after being vaccinated are slim. But many people are still out there saying, listen, they got all these kind of reasons on why we shouldn't do it, nobody should do it, and they're not going to do it. Let me play some of these calls for you, Dr. Collier.
My reason for not taking the vaccine is I don't take immunizations anyway. I don't try to introduce foreign things into my body unless it's absolutely necessary or mandatory. So that's my reason.
Well, I'm not taking it because I'm scared, because I just beat cancer and I don't know what it might does to my body.
I'm actually allergic to a lot of vaccines, so being sensitive to vaccines, I cannot get the COVID.
I have lupus, and I'm not educated enough, and none of my doctors can seem to tell me, how it's really going to affect the lupus. And I've had COVID before, and I was so sick behind it that I don't want to be sick again.
I'm a breastfeeding person, and I haven't seen any good research on breastfeeding people getting the vaccine yet.
It hasn't been FDA approved.
So, Dr. Collier, please excuse the gentleman that said he don't know what it might does to his body. The little grammar situation. But go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Okay, first off, let me preface by saying I appreciate the concerns that people have. They are legitimate and they should be addressed. We cannot just ignore people's concerns, but we need to educate them and let them know why these vaccines are safe. And the three that are available in the United States, the Moderna, the Pfizer, and the Johnson & Johnson, have all been proven to be safe. And so I have personally taken the vaccine. All of my family members have taken the vaccine. So I highly endorse that you get the vaccine as quickly as possible. First, let's talk about pregnancy. There was a German doctor that came out in about December. He was talking about one of the proteins that's in the placenta being similar to the coronavirus vaccine, to the coronavirus, and that if a person got a vaccine against coronavirus, it might also block the placenta protein and cause infertility. Well, that was just conjecture. There has been no issues with fertility. There were many women doing the studies. There were no women that were pregnant that were allowed into the studies. But once the study started, multiple women did conceive and had perfectly healthy babies. Now, too, in reference to breastfeeding, breastfeeding has been found to be a wonderful way to help protect your baby, because there are antibodies. First, when you're pregnant, antibodies are transferred through the placenta directly to the baby. Two, when you're breastfeeding, there are antibodies in the breast milk, and they coat the baby's mouth and sinuses when the baby is suckling, and the baby will get definite good protection from doing breastfeeding. So breastfeeding is safe. It's recommended that all pregnant women get the flu vaccine as well as the coronavirus vaccine, so if you're pregnant. But don't worry about fertility. I had that own issue in my own home. My daughter was concerned about her fertility and was shy about getting the shot, and her and her husband were having discussions in reference to her getting the vaccine. She ultimately got the vaccine. But the question was asked and answered. So there are other reasons that people are not getting the vaccine, and a lot of this, some people are just needle phobic, and we understand that. They don't like to get blood drawn. They don't like to get any needles for any reason. So needle phobia is not a reason to get the vaccine. And the bottom line is, what's the alternative? Black people are disproportionately infected with this. We have more severe disease. We are the ones that are dying. Black and brown people are dying in the hospitals. Everybody now knows someone that has been infected and had a bad outcome with the coronavirus. They either had bad disease and had to be hospitalized for an extended period of time, or they had bad disease and they died from it. So this is not remote like it was. It's not something you're just hearing about on television and radio in reference to the coronavirus. It is definitely affecting the people we know and love. And so the alternative is to do nothing and die from the virus. So getting the vaccine is a safe way to protect yourself and to get yourself going.
So to pretty much wrap everything up, it's safe to get the vaccines and we have nothing to worry about.
They are safe, the three that are available in the United States, and you're hearing in the news about the AstraZeneca vaccine, and some countries in the United Kingdom have banned it because it is being associated with clots that are a bit unusual, particularly brain clots, so it might not ever get approval in the United States. But right now, the three that are approved have had no issues, and millions of people have been vaccinated. We have probably 20% of the population has been vaccinated. Go ahead.
I have a question, Dr. Collier. Is it possible that the government is trying to take out half of the black population with this vaccine?
I don't know how that myth got started, but again, more Caucasian people and people non-black have taken the vaccine than black people. And of the millions of people that have taken the vaccine, there has not been a single death associated with vaccine administration. There has not been a single death during any of the clinical trials, which included African Americans. So I don't think there's a government conspiracy. People quote Tuskegee. Remember, the one thing about the Tuskegee experiment, in the Tuskegee experiment, they had treatment and were withholding it. They were not giving people anything. That was the problem with the Tuskegee. In this situation, we have a viable treatment for a disease that is killing you, and the vaccine is available. So there's no downside to taking the vaccine, and it is safe. It is safe. The final words, the vaccine is safe. Take the vaccine. Eva.
Dr. Collier, is there a vaccination that you would recommend over another, like Pfizer over Moderna or Moderna over Johnson & Johnson, or do you think that they're all safe?
I think that they're all safe, and I think that the one that you should get is the one that is readily available in your area. Last week, I reported that people were going to vaccine stations, and they were choosing their vaccines or trying to, and people wanted the Johnson & Johnson because it was one shot. And when they found out there was no Johnson & Johnson vaccine available, they walked out. Now, that was absolutely crazy. You have decided to go get the vaccine. You have made the decision to do it, but the one that you wanted to get was not there, so you didn't get it. So the one to get is the one that's available in your area, because the Johnson & Johnson is not available in a lot of places right now. It's usually Pfizer or Moderna. Both are the 2-shot regimens, and the Pfizer is 3 weeks later, and the Moderna is 4 weeks later. So it's very important that you get that second shot, unless, as I reported earlier, you had coronavirus, you recuperated from coronavirus, and you have known antibodies. One shot will give you as good or better immunity than the 2-shot regimen, and the CDC is going to recommend that soon.
Dr. MJ Collier, man, close it out and let us know where people can reach out to you if they have any more questions, and also give you a disclaimer.
Okay, one, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rock T, Eva Marcel, the Brat, Gary with the T, or Rickey Smiley, or the Rickey Smiley Morning Show affiliates around the country and around the world. You can reach me on all social media at ASK Dr. MJ, and go to my website, lifodrops.com, and find out how you can boost your immune system, remain healthy from not just the coronavirus, but all other infectious diseases, prolong your life, and lose the muffin top with Lifo Drops. Thank you, Rocky.